Hi, I'm Anne Violet and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to review The Divine Fury, starring Park Seo Joon, Do Hwan, and Ahn Sung Ki. The story starts out with Park Seo Joon as a young boy living with his policeman father. Unfortunately, his mother died in childbirth. His father is a very devout Catholic, and he is brought up with the same beliefs and the power of prayer. But when his father dies in a routine traffic stop, he blames God, who didn't answer not only his prayers, but also the priest from their church. With this anger fueling him, he is vulnerable to negative forces, which becomes more powerful with time. As a mixed martial arts fighter, it's a lethal combination. During a match in America, demonic spirits influence him to brutally attack his opponent due to the trigger of a cross on the man's back. He seems barely conscious of being controlled, and during the night on the plane ride on the way back to Korea, he receives the stigmata, but he doesn't know what it is. After numerous tests, the hospital is out of ideas, and his manager suggests meeting his niece, who is a psychic. After repeated nightly attacks, he finally gives in. The young girl informs him that he radiates darkness, which is attracting the evil spirits and enabling them to influence him. She gives him the contact information for an exorcist priest. Seo Joon arrives at night to find an exorcism gone wrong, and he saves the priest through not only his fighting skills, but they also discover his powers through the stigmata. Now, if you're like me and you started this for Do Hwan, you're probably wondering, when is he going to make an appearance? Sad to say, it isn't until like halfway in. Also, he doesn't have as many scenes as I expected, and the scenes he does have are so dark, as in very little light, you can barely make out his face, which is missing half the point. Regardless, Do Hwan has a sinful male beauty, which makes him perfect as the demonic bar owner. And why do so many horror movies have demon bars? Asking for a friend? Anyways, after the last botched exorcism, the traumatized apprentice leaves the older priest to work on his own. Unable to watch the older priest, played wonderfully by Ahn Sung Ki, struggle alone, Seo Joon is slowly pulled in to help him. With no families of their own, they reluctantly begin to care for each other. During his first exorcism, the demon residing in the human they're trying to save tells him that he was also in the body of the human that killed his father, making the exorcisms and finding the lead demon personal. Eventually, they come face to face with Mr. Dark and Sexy, and Seo Joon finds his mentor incapacitated and needing to be rushed back to the church for help. Seo Joon is then given the priest's clothes that have been blessed by the Pope, and he goes to the club to fight Do Hwan alone. During the epic battle, Seo Joon is knocked out and has a vision of his father, and through this meeting, he gains more strength and eventually destroys our now not-so-sexy Do Hwan. Then he returns to the priest, who is slowly recovering, and they hug, relieved. So my overall thoughts were, I was hoping for a fresh take on this type of story, but didn't find it. If you've watched the American movie Constantine, this will give us a vaguely similar feel. It wasn't quite as creepy as I expected. I found the K-drama The Guest much more creepy, but the acting and tone of the drama was top-notch. I'd give it a 4 ramen out of 5 for satisfaction. Well, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time!